Hey guys, so Darren and Sarah here. Just wanted to show you guys a couple of corrective moves for someone, or if yourself possibly, if you have a upper body mobility issue. So these corrective exercises are going to be for somebody that if you're doing, say you're doing an overhead press, you want your arms, everything in a nice straight line. If you can't get to that position, and your arms are always forward, so you're lacking that range of motion, then this is things you can do to help kind of loosen you up, get those muscles activated, and prepare you for your workout. So the purpose of this is to reduce injuries, make sure that you're not going to get hurt. So there's a couple of tests that we can do. You can do them on yourself if you are able to. But one of the main ones, or the best ones to do, would be the overhead squat test, which is what we do when we're doing our movement screen. So I'm going to give Sarah this PVC pipe here, and it should come over here. And what we're going to do is she's going to put that bar, she's going to hold it to where it's right at where her belt would be if she had a pair of pants on with a belt. And once it's there, so that'll give where you need your hands to be, she's going to go ahead and press it overhead and lock those elbows out. Press up. Then she's going to go ahead and just squat into full depth. So full depth, you want that hip crease just at least parallel or below that top of that knee. So if you notice where her arms are, they're nice and straight back behind her head and over midfoot. So if her arms were coming a little bit forward like that, and she's unable to get, if that's a bad position, if she's unable to get in that good position, then that would be when we would prescribe exercise that we're going to go over. So that was a pretty good overhead squat assessment there. So she would be good to go, but if not, then this is how we're going to do. We're going to go through a little series of corrective exercises, starting with some release techniques. And we're going to go ahead and go into lengthening, activation techniques, and then some integrated exercises. So for the release, this is kind of the first step. You take your foam roller. First thing she's going to do is try to activate or release those lats. So she's going to want to get kind of under her armpit on her side, but she wants to get that lat right in here. But right where the lat at the top inserts to the scapula, that's where she wants to try to get. There's a little spot right in there. Then once you hit that spot, you'll really feel the pressure point there, and then you want to just hold it. So we want to try to hold this for a minimum of 30 seconds. What it's going to do is kind of release a lot of that tension, get some blood flow into that area, and get us prepped for the rest of the movements here. So if you can't find it really, you can kind of lean back a little bit further, because it's, I say, under your armpit, but it's kind of towards the back side of your armpit, and then hold it. So if you need more pressure, you can lift your hips up off the floor a little bit. It's just all kind of how you feel. So if you feel any numbness or any tingling, you might want to try to move into a different position. It might be on a nerve, or pinching off some blood flow. So you want to just kind of keep that in mind. All right, so once we hold that, we're going to go into try to get the front part, right? Because your shoulder, we're trying to get all the way around. So you want to try to get that pectoral area. So you're going to just kind of lay on your side again, turn this, go ahead and lay on that, put that right in that pectoral area, and same thing. Try to find that spot where you can get some pressure, and it won't take a whole lot, I'll tell you that. And just kind of hold and let some release go there. So again, we're showing you one side. You would obviously do both sides, so that way you can kind of keep everything equal as far as with your mobility. So last one for the release is going to be that lengthening part. So we're trying to work those lats and lengthen them at this point. So we're going to put that foam roller in front here, and Sarah's going to get in the child's pose position and just do one arm at a time. She's going to put her hand on that foam roller, and she's going to get nice and low, and she's going to have that stretch all the way up and down here. So you want to keep your hips as low as you can, so they're tilted downward towards your heels, and stretch here. So what I'm going to do is, while she's doing that, if I want to help her a little bit, I'll kind of put my hand and hold her hips here, and I'll just hold her wrist at the same time and just roll very slightly just to give her a little extra stretch. Again, you want about 30 seconds, and then switch to the other side. All right, so from there, we're going to go into some of the activation exercises. These are the YTAs. So she's going to go ahead and have her feet about shoulder width, and she's going to get down into that quarter squat position and tip her hips forward. So just sit back like you're getting ready to sit into a seat or jump forward. And then you're going to start out with the Y. So you're going to bring your arms up into that Y position, pushing up and squeezing. That's going to activate all the upper traps and the shoulders. Then she's going to come down and go up to her T. So same thing. Kind of keep them straight, nice and parallel to the floor. Squeezing those shoulder blades together to activate those muscles. Then back down, and then you're going to externally rotate and come straight back. So if you start feeling this in the triceps, that's not what you want. You can bring your arms out a little bit, and it should activate more into the upper scapula area. So we're going to do that for a couple rounds. If you do 3 rounds and hold each one for about 10 to 15 seconds, and kind of activate there. Then from there, the next one we're going to do is a little series of where you're going to start out same position, but you're going to go into that high row. So go ahead in that position, kind of like a scarecrow. So you're pulling the arms up, and then you're going to rotate them up, then shoulder press, squeeze, and then pull down like a lat pull down, rotate them back down, and then dive into the pool. So go ahead and do that again. So high row, rotate up, overhead press, lat pull down, rotate down, dive into the pool. Same thing. Go ahead and do that for 3 rounds, each movement. Then we're going to go ahead and go into our integrated exercises. So this is where, if you have a coach and you're not working, or if you're not working on your own, if you're working on your own, you just have to try to secure a band somehow, or if you have a cable, then that'll help too. But otherwise, your coach will hold this, and you will hold shoulder width the band. And it depends. You don't want it to be too low. You want the band to kind of be high because she wants her arms parallel to the floor. And what she's going to do is I'm going to put some tension on here so she's engaging those lats. And she's going to squat, then stand up, and pull. Pull. All right, one more. And then hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Okay, good, at least. So go ahead and go through that a couple times, that whole flow right there. And then once you're done with that, you can go ahead and retest. If you're doing this pre-workout, you should see an improvement in your mobility. So you can go ahead and retest that overhead squat, and you should be in much better position. So does that feel better?
Yep.
Good. So if you're really bad mobility in your upper body, this is something you can do on a daily basis, kind of consistently. That way you can start working to get that mobility increase. So go ahead and give it a shot. Let us know what you think. One person.